everyone, my name is Clement and this is my first season as a Cubing World member. Probably found me on Speed Solving, also as Clement. You can also find me on YouTube as Clement. You can even find me on Facebook as Clement. So if you hear any other names being thrown at me, they're probably misinformed, noobs, or just plain wrong. My main events in competition are clock, scube, organizing, and delegating. As a result, you'll likely see some combination of these as my topics for Cubing World videos. My average on Scube currently is like floating around sub 8. My clock averages are flirting with low 8s as well. Organized 4 competitions now, 1 back in 2009 and 3 recently. I've also delegated several competitions and I'm looking forward to delegating a lot more competitions here soon. I also average around 16, 17 on 3x3, but who really cares about that, right? Alright, so now let me tell you a bit about myself while you watch me solve some scubes and clocks. So I first learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube back in January of 2008, and it's been a long up and down journey since. My first venture into the cubing community was as an educator of cubes, and I made my very first tutorial for the Square One in April of 2008. Many people at Worlds last year were even telling me how they had learned from that video, and I had to profusely apologize to them for wasting 30 minutes of their lives. That's really not a good tutorial. It's great for people, I guess, that are just getting into cubing. That's what I was at the time, just getting into cubing, so I think that was cool. I mean, these people were speed cubers, and I was like, wow, I'm so sorry you had to learn from that. As I got more into the world of creating and watching cube videos, I learned about the World Cube Association and how to get faster solving a 3x3. I learned from many of Bad Mephisto's videos as they were just being released, so I was really kind of part of the first major YouTube generation of cubers, which is really cool. So I finally attended my first competition in Toronto in November of 2008, so one fun regulation that I learned is you have to actually show a passport if you're competing in non-country not in your country for the first time, and that's me. So I had to show my passport, which not many people do, but I did. So I became hooked on speed solving. I went on to host my own competition in April 2009, and that was the first ever Michigan competition. I started attending the University of Michigan that fall, but due to the lack of cubers in the state of Michigan that I could potentially carpool with, I kind of began to fall out of cubing and just kind of lost interest for a few years. It's hard to go to competitions, and when you can't go to competitions, you kind of just fall out of it. But then 3 years later, I met my current girlfriend, Lauren, and her interest in learning how to solve cubes eventually led me back into speed cubing. And with the car that I just acquired recently, we went to a competition in Hillsdale, Michigan in February of 2013. Since then, I've attended a ton of competitions, and I've recently been appointed as a delegate, so I look really forward to being active in the community once again. That's all I have to say about me, so until you see me here next time, enjoy all the great videos of Cubing World this season. I have a feeling it's going to be a really great season.